Welcome. Welcome to Haaseline Entertainment's Revelation of the Spirit. So we've had a lot of conversations about marketing, the challenge of in-store marketing these days versus retail marketing, online marketing. Just this month here, we have found out that the online marketing dollars and the lifeblood of many um, will be outpacing the cable TV dollars or marketing, what we traditionally would have known as marketing on TV. That's an interesting proposition. We have a lot of changes in our life via technology and the way people are receiving content, the way people are receiving marketing. Um, and again, with this I don't want to say dilemma because I think it's all good. The more marketing we have, the more, as the industry says, omni-channel, the more ways we can integrate marketing into what we're doing with our brands, whether you're a retailer or whether you're a brand on the shelf of a retailer or an online store, it all plays. It all needs to be part of the mix. Um, I know so many brands that just play in one arena, and a lot of it has to do with cost, and that's personally my feelings on why this shift has happened. Is that it just costs less to put a campaign together and reach consumers via online media, and obviously leading the charge on that is a online retailer known as Amazon. Um, and so, the question becomes, what are you going to do? How are you going to market your products? Um, I still say, and I could be wrong, but I don't think so, that personal experience um, is a much better way to embed your brand in usage and what it means to that consumer on a day by day basis better with a personal experience. And those personal experiences, as I've mentioned in a couple of the other, go back and listen, a couple of the other pieces here on my page, that that experience, because of cost, is kind of leaving the marketplace. Everything is driven by cost and, of course, by where is the consumer? Where is the puck going, as Wayne Gretzky would say. And definitely people are and have, because of technology, moved to streaming services, phones, all kinds of ways of receiving your brand. And I say, do it all. Go west, young man. But the question is do you have the dollars to do that? And I think that the answer is you need to invest marketing wise that way. You need to put aside money to reach people on a personal level, on a touch me level, and then also reach them on the devices that they are using and playing on more frequently. Um, and so that's going to be a challenge. Um, when I look at the TV and the cable proposition there and um, why this has happened, I go back to basically a lot of marketers are just spending dollars to fulfill some kind of a need in their marketing versus actually doing what's purposed and what's right and what will be successful. Back in the day, I have some days on me. When people did TV advertising, and I'll use Nabisco as my example, we did a great promotion back when there actually used to be seasons. There still is a little bit of seasonality with TV, but we know that back in the day, September was a big day when all new shows were released. Now it all seems to run together. And we know that we have a back half of the year, and we even did back then. But I think one of the most successful things that we did was is we worked with CBS and we actually helped them announce their new TV shows. And back then that was relevant. There was only three major stations. So to do a in-store promotion with a magnitude of displays announcing the new CBS season and watch these shows and have that all over retail from a major company with major brands like Nabisco was paramount. It was a great thing to do. But the question is what happened to that? Where did that go? And it went to a more advertising based versus promotional based situation for TV, which killed that creativity in store, killed those kind of deals, and it moved to just buying ad space. And of course, you know, the ad space money just kept getting more and more and more and more. And then all of a sudden, technology comes in and offers up a much more um, less expensive and better ROI offering. And my suggestion is that one must look and build the best promotions out there. And the question is, are you doing that? Or are you just passing it on to an agency? I hate to say it, but as a marketeer, I had my hands on everything, even down to the concern about how was it being executed. I see a lot of great marketing programs. I just saw it at the licensing show this year that win awards for having a great, marketing program. And yet at the end of the day, I don't know if, how much product it really did sell you know and so that's the questions you need to are you in this for the awards, or are you in this for sales? Are you in it for building your brand? I just talked about the fact that Amazon obviously leading the way on this retail media piece, and I've talked to you a little bit about uh, you know the concerns that I have with with Amazon kind of owning that piece and starting this whole process of the retailer selling the brands on how to market a product. Now, I got nothing against retailers. They've been doing it for years on how to market products, but and I may be a little old-fashioned on this, but brand marketeers have always been the piece of excellence. And now that dynamic is shifting because of retail media. And the question now becomes, again, is who's buying this retail media, and are you getting your bang for the buck? And again, you can spend money on anything, and most everything has got a positive spin on it, on what it can do. But if you're not working it, you're just spending money and watching it happen, it's not going to happen. So get involved with your marketing plan, and make it happen, and be creative. Be part of the creative process with your agency. Yeah, that's what they do for a living. But if you're as a marketer, if you're not a creative person, I don't know why you have the job, just to be honest. So let's talk about, the Amazon again. They got their Prime, big deals coming up in July, and say to brands and I say to retail, are you leading or are you following? Because just this week I see Walmart deals and Target deals are coming in to compete with this 2 week or whatever, period for Prime, Amazon Prime deals. And I mean, I get it that the Amazon has built this up. It's a for their members. It's a big deal, but not every brand at Amazon participates in that Prime deal. They sell a lot because there's a lot of attention during that time. And some retailers you just got to give them their 2 weeks. I mean, what are you doing different other than mimicking them with the same program. And I get it. You may take a little bit of business and you may have people go to your site and look at it, but there has to be a better way. There has to be a more creative way than being a copycat. Copycat's what you do. I get it. I mean, we live in a copycat industry, but personally, I'd be looking for the agencies. I'd be looking for the people in your marketing department that are taking hold and being part of the process. And we'll see where this whole shift that's just happened with online um, advertising and marketing, making that shift to be the leader versus cable TV. But I think again, going back to my the piece with CBS, if you can get it, we were an exclusive, a brand, obviously a portfolio of brands that was exclusive to CBS and putting that out in the marketplace. We used our leverage in store with their leverage on TV and put these two giants together and executed it well. And those programs that were highlighted did very well because we were getting the message out during the new season as we used to have. So, moving on to that, I think that we have to look at, again, when you're building these marketing programs, are you building them for eternal marketing purposes? I look at some of the, we've talked about the anniversary of movies. We've talked about doing product placement in movies. If you're a visionary and you watch the movie business and you watch what's going to be the classics, what's going to be the ones for a particular group of people that they're going to watch this movie every year, even when it's 50 years old. I mean, look at some of the classics that we have in the library for holiday, for Halloween. The same movies are being repositioned out at retail with different packaging, and these same movies play. And if you were one of the lucky brands to do uh, a product placement in those movies, you get the benefit of that product placement, even though your packaging, even though your product, even though your pricing may have changed, you get the benefit of that year after year because those movies are played over and over again. Are you looking for those opportunities? Are you looking for those opportunities in a song? Are you looking for those opportunities on TV shows like Friends that keep playing over and over and over again, and in movies that, most probably the most successful are the ones that, tie into a holiday. I don't know. I don't know if you're doing that, but if you want to do that, if you need some help doing that, that's the kind of thinking that we have here at Haaseline Entertainment. So, I wanted to just share a couple things that we're moving into that are brand new, and you'll be hearing more about these. First of all, I think you probably know about our association with Pomp, Snow, and Circumstance, a wonderful brand that I met a year ago with Neil Goldberg. It's a wonderful show for kids. Think the circus, think magic, think wonderful colors, wonderful movement. Just a wonderful. Uplifting show with great characters, Pomp, Snow, and Circumstance. You got to see them. And just a reminder that they're going to be in two Gaylord Marriott properties in Nashville and in Orlando, and also at the Atlantis in the Bahamas. November and December, and maybe the first week so of January. So if you're in those areas or you're looking for something to take your kids to and celebrate during that time frame, please look that show up and go see it and go say hello to Pomp, Snow, and Circumstance. Also, we're right in the midst of, as you know, I do the sponsorships and marketing for U.S. Open Cricket, which is in December in Broward County. Cricket obviously going to be in the Olympics, next Olympics. It's obviously a huge sport that continues to be the fastest growing sport. Certainly the number two sport behind soccer in the world. And it's making its place. Las Vegas just got a team through the U.S. Cricket Council. And so they're going to be with the Vegas Rollers. And that's going to be an amazing team out there that'll be participating in the U.S. Open, I believe, in December. But that's a wonderful place to put some marketing dollars. And I will tell you that the banners, we have marketing programs all the way up to $1 million. But if you're looking to reach a 30 million streaming audience for a week with cricket, again, this fantastic sport that's growing in the U.S. Um, $1,000, imagine that, $1,000 can buy you a banner, and this banner is in play the entire week when the guys are playing. It'll be there with your website and for people to go to. So if you like to look at that opportunity or discuss it more, please get a hold of me. I'm also getting involved in two other pieces. Number one is the World Series of Arm Wrestling. Arm wrestling is a wonderful sport that's growing immensely. Obviously, some of these smaller opportunities have some very affordable ways to get involved. And again, if you get involved and we create some special opportunities for your brand, think health and beauty. Obviously, we got strength. Um, we got energies, drinks, just a ton of things that will. Look, we're going after everybody, but if you got a hand cream, if you got skincare, arm wrestling, think outside the box. This is a great sport. It's been around forever, but the World Series of Arm Wrestling is now in the Haaseline Entertainment arsenal. So we're selling sponsorships for that also. And we also are going to be part of selling sponsorships and for adding content at a new streaming service called Ray D8, RAYD 8.TV. So if you get a chance, you want to go peruse that a little bit. We're kind of on a soft opening right now. I'm involved with a Pop Creature, which is a pop culture uh, tab that will be hopefully on Radiate later on this year. And we'll be offering independent content in all kinds of genres in order to get Pop Creature off the ground. And we appreciate Radiate TV for allowing us to have a partnership with them. So, anyway, lots of stuff coming on, lots of marketing opportunities to share with you. We'll be having some more brands in our arsenal to be selling to retail. But again, I think the message of the day is things are changing. The world is changing. And if you're not opening your eyes to all of the opportunities and you're not playing in the sandbox with all the toys that are available, I think you're missing the boat. And we can help you with that with a very affordable rate and build you a plan that's successful at retail and also get your partner relationship with non-competing brands and bring them in to have a better force at retail. And for smaller brands, this is a way for you to maximize your dollars. You don't have to be the number one company spending on a brand if you can add some partnerships that make sense and share the tab with them. And do some non-competing things at retail and with consumers. So I hope you all have a great week. It's been great talking to you. Stick around, hit a little thumbs up, subscribe, please. And we will be doing this service off and on throughout the year. Hope everybody has a blessed week, and we'll be talking to you soon. Hostline Entertainment, Revelation of the Spirit.